Now we all love good deals, especially when it comes to GPUs. AMD's new RX 5600 XT is the latest release from AMD, and it seems to pack quite a punch in the upper $200 price range. In this video I show an $800 gaming PC featuring AMD's RX 5600 XT that'll be great for 1440p gaming. On top of that, this will also be great for 1080p gaming if you prefer that, and you can handle tasks like video editing as well. Without further ado, let's get right into the PC. This is Sukhjit Singh from the HardwareHub. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more content like this. Now to start off this PC, let's go over the CPU, which is the Ryzen 5 3600 for $180. Now this was a pretty easy choice to make since it offers excellent gaming and productivity performance and is based on the latest Zen 2 architecture. The 3600 is also overclockable, and most of them can hit around 4 GHz on all cores with the included heatsink, which is pretty nice. The CPU comes with 6 cores and 12 threads, which means that you won't be limited when it comes to gaming and when doing CPU intensive tasks like video editing. The cores also are pretty strong when it comes to instructions per clock, so I wouldn't really worry about a CPU bottleneck in this PC. Coming in at $180, the 3600 is an absolute killer when it comes to price to performance. For the motherboard, I needed something that can overclock and handle expandability for the best price possible. With that in mind, I chose the MSI B450M PRO-VDH Max for $80. An important thing to note right off the bat is that this is a Max series motherboard, which means that MSI guarantees that this motherboard will work with 3000 series CPUs out of the box. Also, this motherboard has the B450 chipset, which allows for CPU overclocking, and it has 4 RAM slots, which leaves room for RAM expandability. Besides that, this is a well-built motherboard with everything that you need to put together this PC. Now the RAM kit in this PC is going to be the G.Skill Aegis 16GB set for $63. When choosing RAM, it's important to get multi-channel memory at a high clock speed because modern CPUs really benefit from those features. This kit is dual channel and is clocked at a nice 3000 MHz, so it fits both of those criteria. The 16GB capacity on this set should be a reasonable amount for the majority of gamers out there, and it shouldn't really limit you in other tasks. So at this budget, I managed to fit both a hard drive and an SSD, which is the ideal setup for most gamers. The SSD in this PC is a 480GB Team L5 LITE for $60. Now SSD prices have been creeping up lately, but they're still a great bargain if you can fit them into your budget. The 480GB of storage that you get with the SSD is enough for Windows and most of your applications. It will also have room for some of your most played games, which is definitely a huge benefit, especially if a certain game that you play has long loading times. Besides that, this SSD will keep your PC feeling faster for a longer time, so it's a nice addition to this PC. For the hard drive, we have a 2TB drive from Seagate for $54. This is a really good value for gamers since it has a whole 2TB of storage, which can easily store most game libraries. Having this much storage will mean that for most people, you won't have to worry about upgrading your storage for a long time. For this PC, this drive from Seagate easily handles the mass storage needs. Now the graphics card is one of the most important parts of your game PC, and you should be really careful when choosing it because the graphics card will impact game performance the most. For this PC, I went with the XFX RX 5600 XT for $280. This is recently released by AMD and it offers very good performance for the money. Previously in this $280 price point, the GTX 1660 was the go-to GPU. But I think that AMD has handily beat Nvidia in this price range with the 5600 XT. Now the 6GB of GDDR6 VRAM that this has is a little low in my opinion, but it's still good enough for 1440p gaming, and it can easily handle high frame rate 1080p gaming as well if that's something you want to do. The cooler on this isn't too fancy, but it's pretty beefy, and since this is one of the cheaper 5600 XTs, I wouldn't really expect any fancy aesthetic features like RGB lighting. XFX is one of the better AMD manufacturers as well, since they offer a very nice warranty on their GPUs. Altogether, this card offers the best feature set at this price point. Now for this PC, we're going to need something to hold all the parts. So for the case, I have the Cooler Master MB600L for $50. For a mid-range price, this has a ton of nice features. It has a PSU shroud, which really helps to hide cables, and is a great feature if you want a clean looking PC. It also features a side panel which will allow you to admire your PC, and it makes the PC look nicer if you want to put this PC on your desk. The front I/O has some USB 3 ports, audio jacks, and a power button, which is the usual layout for most cases. I really like the value that Cooler Master puts into this case, and it makes this an easy choice for this PC. Now last but not least, for the power supply, we have a 600 watt Thermaltake Smart Unit for $50. Now power supplies are somewhat boring to talk about, but it's important that you pick one that's reliable and leaves room for upgrades. This PSU leaves a decent amount of extra wattage in this build, so you're able to add in a more power hungry CPU or GPU down the line without having to worry about changing your PSU. Thermaltake isn't the most well known for the PSUs, but this lineup is pretty well built and can easily handle the rated wattages. This PSU is also 80 plus rated, which means that it has a decent efficiency, and it also reinforces the idea that this PSU has quality components in it. For under $50, this PSU from Thermaltake does everything that you need it to do. Now after seeing all these parts, you're probably wondering, how will this PC perform? Well, in most games I can play them at 1080p Ultra with well above 60 FPS. In older games like GTA 5 at 1080p Ultra, you'll be getting well over 100 FPS, which is a very nice experience. Now, I know some of you guys wonder where I get these benchmarks, so I'll be linking the video I got these benchmarks from in the description, so check those out if you're interested. But basically, to sum this up, this PC gives you top of the line 1080p performance, and you can easily handle 1440p gaming as well if that's something you're interested in doing. Now if you have any questions about this PC or PC building in general, please leave me a comment down below and I'll answer you guys down there. I also want to mention that I have links to everything I've mentioned in the description, so check this out if you're interested. But yeah guys, that's all for today. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit the like button. If you didn't like it, please dislike the video and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.